Hi, I'm Cecile. I'm one of the founders of InCenter, and I'm also a guide in the Mother Mystery School, which is the lineage of King Solomon. And today I'd like to speak about becoming a healer in this ancient lineage and becoming a life activation practitioner. This is an incredibly transformative 5 days class in which you'll learn to give the life activation, which is a very, very powerful healing modality that works, on all levels of a human being. It works on the aura, on the chakras, on the magnetic lines, the etheric lines, and most of all, it activates a part of the person's energy that is dormant up to that point. So it's a very powerful session and healing to give. And as you learn how to give that healing, so much transformation happens within you. Because you spend 5 days in a very unique temple. It's actually the only time in the whole training in the lineage of King Solomon where you spend time in a King Solomon temple. And those 5 days are extremely purifying on many different levels. They will clarify so much within you, both in your emotions, in your thoughts, but then also what happens in your sensations and the way you perceive energy. So in those 5 days, which feel much longer than 5 days, your way of perceiving energy gets purified so that you can in turn work in these energy fields of someone else. And so when you come out of Healers Academy, you've received that second initiation. And as an initiate, a second step initiate in the lineage of King Solomon, you have a lot more light. And that light goes into everything you touch. It doesn't just serve you while you give a life activation. It will serve you in so many other areas of your life. And for me, it felt as if a light bulb went on, as if I had completely lifted to a different dimension. But it stayed there. Because what happens is that sometimes we attend workshops, we attend classes, and we don't actually maintain that energy after we leave the workshop or the class. But what happens with Healers Academy is that you receive that second step initiation and it anchors all that light within you, and it serves you in everything you do. So when I actually did Healers Academy, I was also working as a therapist and leading groups and things like that. And interestingly, all my other work started flourishing because everyone recognized the light I was holding in a different way. And so my healing practice really started taking off after that. But interestingly, although I was practicing other modalities, gradually I actually navigated towards just using the life activation because I realized how powerful it was in helping people shift through emotional trauma, blockages, and lack of seeing their own potential. And so I love working with this modality, and I'm so excited every time someone steps into this, this path of becoming a healer, because I've seen such incredible transformation in the people that I've seen walk this path in this way. Because what happens is that when we have the opportunity to serve another being, another, goddess, another god, it's something really incredible that happens within us, which is that it's almost like that tap gets turned on where we receive the light to share it with someone else. And that is such a huge gift, because aren't we all not just faced with our own pain, but the pain of the world? And to have the opportunity to bring light to the world in such a powerful way is very transformative and very healing actually for ourselves as well. So as you share the light through the life activation with the people that only you can reach, something very powerful will happen within you where you also start healing in a different way. And what's amazing is that sometimes people tell me, yes, but I'm not sure if I can be a healer, and I also have another job, and I'm doing other things, and I'm not sure if I should become, a healer. And I say, if you feel like calling to do that, just do it. Because what happens is that you will be able to reach some people that no one else can reach. You have this unique ability to speak to the people that know you, that understand who you are, and in turn, they might never have the opportunity to get the life activation if it wasn't for you offering it to them. And that's true, for our families, but also even our pets, people that we're close to, but then also specific communities, right? Like I personally have had experiences in business, and so the people that I worked with in that previous background, they trusted me because they knew I have something that, something to offer. They understand how I can function in the world. But then when I started offering the life activation, they wanted to try it because they said, oh, because of you, I'm open to trying this. And so these people probably would never have had the opportunity to have the life activation if it wasn't for me. So not everyone who chooses to do this class ends up being a full-time healer. Many people do this part-time, or they do it, in addition to other things that they might be doing. But I have, every time someone did Healers Academy, I've seen them come out brighter, shinier, and bring more joy into their life through this work. So if you feel like a calling, if you feel something in your heart is telling you to do it, trust that calling and give yourself this huge, amazing opportunity. It's incredible. I've walked so many spiritual paths. I've been in so many different traditions, and I haven't seen anything as powerful as Healers Academy in this lineage. So sometimes there's some things we need to overcome, obstacles. And as a guide in this lineage, I'm very happy to help you navigate those and to help answer any questions that you may have about it. Because practically there's a few steps to complete before we can come to Healers Academy in this lineage. Of course, you need to have received the life activation yourself, and you also need to have done the Empower Thyself class and initiation, which is the first initiation in the lineage, and helps to anchor the light more into your physicality. It creates the foundation for a healthy spiritual evolution. And it creates, it solidifies you in your energy field and helps you to protect and maintain your energy field, which is the foundation. Without learning how to do that for yourself, it's not advised to actually become a healer at that point yet. It's important to first know how to look after yourself, which is why Empower Thyself and that class and initiation is the first step. And then once you've completed the 2-day Empower Thyself class and initiation, there's a few prerequisites to do in addition to come to Healers Academy. One is the Sacred Geometry 1 class, and that's a 4-hour class in which you learn how to attune yourself to the sacred geometry shapes, the building blocks of foundation, of reality, the building blocks which is in turn your foundation. And you do that class with me or other teachers. I can refer you if needed. And then there's astral travel as a second prerequisite, in which you'll learn how to focus your energy so you can travel in the way you need to. And then we have Journeys of the Spirit. And in Journeys of the Spirit, you learn how to work with the 4 elements, earth, water, air, and fire, and how to journey with each one of those elements and the beings that are connected to these elements. Your relationship to these beings starts to develop, which is the preparation we do in preparation for Healers Academy. And then we have the Magical Beings of Earth, which is a class that teaches us more about the different frequencies and DNAs we can embody within ourselves, but that we might also encounter in the people that we work with when we give the life activation. So these are the prerequisites for Healers Academy. I offer them regularly, and many other teachers do. I can refer you if needed as well. And so then Healers Academy itself gets offered in London at the moment, and twice a year. But if you're interested in knowing the exact dates, please get in touch with me, and I'll find out, depending on when what's happening on the calendar. I'll let you know how to best prepare for it. So that's kind of today's summary, a little bit about the Healers Academy. And yeah, if you feel the calling in your heart, remember that as a healer, we always work from the heart. And it is also a remembrance that as a healer, we never actually heal anybody. We are only ever facilitating the healing process that happens in another. But that facilitation is a huge privilege, and it's beautiful to be able to see the transformation both in yourself and in others as you flow this light and touch people's lives with it. So, yeah.